Good afternoon, March the 29th, 2016, the end of the quarter, end of the month, fast arriving on the 31st, 2 more days. I have an ADP number tomorrow where they're looking for growth in jobs of 203,000. Life is pretty good if you're in the stock market, right? And we came in this morning. We thought there was one sell left in the market. It came early. The press, the financial meme overnight was Yellen, based on what the couple of Fed governors had said over the last several days, was probably going to be pretty hawkish when she came in the market. She wasn't. And here's where Big Janet picked up the mic and started speaking, and she's more dovish than she's been in a while. So the trade of the day was the retest failure of this low right here. And you can see that the 50-lot trader never abandoned the long side of the market. They were just there, and they were there in spades. And they're there right now into the close, 17,145. So it's hard for me to see this market selling before Friday. And I did this on a monthly split, and we'll take out J. And there's I. So we have an outside day. Might have a trading range tomorrow. That's possible. But you can see if we stay above 2030, 2095, 2097, that's the attractor. That is the number, the magnet that's going to pull the market to it unless there's a change in the news. And so outside day says trading range. We're not going to see that in the F2 screen. We're going to see a very, very strong trend day up with 3 distributions higher and a very, very strong close. So if we don't get 2050 on the close today, my guess is we're going to see it in Globex. So if the market was to close right now, 49 to 54, sell 1, 59 to 65, sell 2, or 64. On the buy side, the breakout came from 40, so 36 to 41, buy 1. And it may take a 45 to get in. I mean, just have to see. And then 30 to 35, buy 2. Tomorrow's news, ADP. And that's the only news, 203. I imagine we'll see buying in Asia, and if there's going to be any selling or tempering of this buying, it'll come in London. But Asia almost always follows the United States, and I expect that to be the case tonight. Okay, strong close. Now everybody asked me, is the inverse relationship between treasuries and the E-mini always true? And the answer is no. When the Fed comes out and speaks and says interest rates are going to be lower, or in a dovish statement, it will rally treasuries. It will also simultaneously rally equities. Normal course of events, news, once you get past the Fed, then the inverse relationship tends to be true. We got a higher low and a higher high right here on the 10-year. Says higher. Look for a good 7-year auction, price-wise anyway. And on our F2 screen, a couple of distributions higher. I always split out I because it is the auction. And the auction took place at 23. We got a close up here. We've got a high of 2.5. Very, very strong market. So I think we'll be a little higher in London. So sell 3s to 7s to set up the 7-year auction. I like that trade. Then 11 to 15 on the assumption that the E-mini is not selling. If the E-mini crashes and pulls back and is being heavily sold, we do not want to be short. Breakout came from 30. We're at 02, so maybe 29s to 25s, buy 1. And 17s to 21s, buy 2. Looking at the 30-year, expected more out of the knob spread than we got today. So 23.27 sell 1, 3 to 7 sell 2. You know what the big play yesterday in 10-year note options was 36.5. Mike came in and bought 10,000 options. Think about that, 10,000 options. What kind of a checkbook do you have to do that? Okay, last rotate down stopped at 10. We're currently at 19, so 9 to 13 buy 1. That's pretty damn aggressive. And then 1 to 5 will be buy 2. So fairly aggressive on the 30-year. You know, as good and as batting as the trading goes, and as high and as low as your self-image, your persona happens to be, unfortunately, based on your last round of trading, this is an exciting, just really, really interesting business, because it's never the same. Stuff is always changing. You got to figure it out every day. I mean, it's a wonderful intellectual stimulus. It's not like working an assembly line. Okay, higher low, higher high in gold. 2050 is the obvious spot where resistance is. That's a pretty round number. Had a hell of a day up in gold. Very, very strong market today. Janet helped. It's a little bit higher in London. 44.46 sell 1. 49.51 sell 2. On the buy side, 33.35 buy 1. And then leaning against these single prints down here, 29 to 31 buy 2. So basically buying 30 to 35 and hoping to sell 45 to 50. Why didn't you say so, Charles? Well, don't know. Okay, crude oil. Again, crude oil had a hell of a rally off of Yellen's statements. And then you have to ask, well, what the hell does this have to do with crude oil? So lower high, lower low, F1, look for a place to sell it, even though it can rally. And looking at, I'm going to put this all together, pretty pronounced B. So we're looking for a place to sell it. Would like to sell against 39. I mean, we have a very, very clean break there. The next clean break is 63. So 50 to 75 is sell 1. Stops above 39 will be sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate down, 38.18. So I think we can go a little lower. So 75. Our number 2 buy zone today was 75 to 38 even. We'll make that buy 1. And then 37 1/4, 37.50 buy 2. And last but not least, the euro. Europe can keep their negative interest rates just where they are. The United States might actually be lowering interest rates, making even more incentive to buy European paper, right? Hard to believe. I mean, when you look at an area of the world, I guess because it's an area of the world that won't defend themselves, that even the bad guys say if we overrun Europe and the rest of that, because they won't fight, the infrastructure will be mainly in place. We can capture their industries, etc., and be life as it was, with a few minor changes at the top. But the perception is that these people will meet their financial obligations. Period. So it rallied today based on what Yellen said, and it was rallying into what she said, so somebody knew, right? Nah, that couldn't happen, Charlie. I put the Deutsche Bank article out there that's saying that Yellen might not be as um, hawkish as the market seems to think they might be. 42. God Almighty, where is it? That's 35. Here's 50 way up here, so we're at 23. So 30 plus or minus, sell 1. It's where we are right now. Then 50, sell 2. On the buy side, the auction came at 28,685. I guess 113 even, buy 1. And 1275, buy 2. And I don't know if I'm going to get used to that extra nickel on the end of every. My eye is not picking up the 4th decimal. It's picking up the 5th decimal. Same problem I have with the histogram on the F4 screens. Hard to read. Hey, we had a good day, and I hope you hope we'll be able to do the same again tomorrow. I wish you all a beautiful evening. We're back spring-like temperatures today. Going to be in the mid to high 60s for the rest of the week, and with rain in the forecast. So I know the farmers and row crop producers are happy about that. Cattle producers, backgrounders are too, because they'll have good pasturage. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. First piece of news will be ADP employment, looking for 203,000.